Let's have some fun today, aka Patters. Let's not be on camera. Let's just focus on something amazing, something I didn't see coming. We gotta get this cover off first. But it's President's Day, and this is a late drop because we had a busy business day. The 9 to 5 got to me. I couldn't get to this sooner. We're doing a quick video, but I want to showcase how amazing this artwork is. And this was a book that I thought this was a lower quality Jeff Loeb Tim Sale entry. So let's go. Cheers to all my AKA powders. Oh, I've been enjoying my time with you guys so much. Say hello to our table spiritual advisor, Stephen Hughes, and our two mascots. We have our boy Crypt and we have a boy Pike. They never looked so good with this lighting. We're experimenting. We're trying different things. I used to do lighting like this back in my early days, and I think I'm getting back to it just because I think we have like really positive momentum now. Dave Stewart here is on colors, and we know we have Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Now Richard Starking's in Comic Craft. We have to give a lot of attention to the lettering, only because it's important. We have very natural looking letters, and we have natural looking boxes and captions. And I put emphasis on this because as we go through the book, we see, I love it when they introduce like the Sentinel of Liberty. I love it when they introduce characters with almost like a logo type font. But we can kind of see that there's a narration that goes through this book, and it's sparse, but it's there, and you look forward to it, and we look forward to it because Richard Starkings has, it's a weird thing that happens with lettering sometimes. It's just like the right combination of rounded edges, and the font is inviting, and we see that the font for the captions is very different than what we have for the word balloons here. I go back and forth with people from time to time trying to explain lettering can literally wipe you out. It can take you out of a comic book entirely. I will argue from time to time, lettering is the most important aspect of comics. It really is. This book was long delayed. What I wanted to do was, I read this twice, had it, I got it memorized for you guys, and I had a way to bring you through all 6 issues. But then I kept going back and forth because I need the hardcovers for Daredevil Yellow, Hulk Gray, and Spider-Man Blue. Captain America White is the 4th of this series. This book itself, here we have Bucky discovering, this is a recreation of the classic panel. This is how Bucky gets in with Captain America by walking in the tent as he's changing. As we're going through this, I'm going to bring you guys up to speed on how this came about. And this book derailed itself. But I wanted, look at these tires. Right? Like, where do we go sometimes? I call these types of episodes introduction episodes, because let's just introduce ourselves to the idea. This book was announced. They dropped a 0 issue, and then it was just like years. And the MCU is happening. The Captain America movie is announced, and everyone's looking for Captain America White. Captain America White. And there was a lot of ill will with other miniseries. Kevin Smith, I'm looking at you. Daredevil Bullseye, Spider-Man Black Cat, that never got done or took too long to complete. So when they dropped, there was no fanfare. Tim Sale, he's lacking some of his visual measurement when he's drawing facial profiles. A lot of his proportions are not kind of in like the Tim Sale realm. They slip, and you want to say Tim Sale potentially could be in and out of an illness. he is, father time is getting to him. A lot of these things, right? But this is such a powerful story. Everything we see here is really about Steve Rogers. We got Nick Fury here. They have a whole eye patch gag too in this. This is about his regret as Bucky. They go on a mission. This is not the mission that he loses Bucky. This is a mission where he would lose Bucky, but he's Captain America. And there's a hubris built into when he does lose Bucky. This mission does include, like, we'll jump right to it. The Red Skull ends up with Bucky. They're on the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is wired to explode. And Captain America needs to, come save the day. And he needs to beat up Red Skull. Tim Sale draws one amazing Red Skull. But this is not that. Because here, we get the explosion. He saves Bucky. They fall and they kind of like hit a canopy. Previously in this book too, they're on a secret mission with Nick Fury. I love Nick Fury in this is so freaking cool. He hates Captain America, and I think it's so well portrayed. But here they're like flying on a secret mission. We get Cap here, and we get Nick Fury giving him grief. But they just get hit. They get nuked. They start to fall from the sky. This is not where we lose Bucky. Captain America falls into the ocean, and Bucky is the one that saves him. And AK Powers, I love this moment. To save Captain America, Bucky cuts off the shield, and like the mission starts. And this is really cool stuff here, where they're just like floating in the water, trying to get through the channel, get through they call it an ocean, but it could be a channel. Who knows? It could be a gulf. Who knows? They are in France, so I guess it is a channel. But the fire in the background, it's so well designed. And like I said, see how just the lettering. Now, the lettering is so pleasing and so perfectly placed. When it's sparse, it doesn't it doesn't feel like we're not getting our money's worth. And I know I make that observation a lot. It just feels like a good read. But yeah, they get to their mission and they have to climb this mountain right here. We climb. We got Duncan here, and again too, like all the Howling Commandos, right? Like really cool stuff. And then out of nowhere, Submariner comes, throws Captain America his shield, and they're like, "Who is that?" And he's like, "He's an ally. We climb." And they go up the mountain, they run, and this is where the series turns, because when they run into these Yahtzees, it looks like, it just, for lack of a better term, this looks like an illustration. It's an illustration, and we kind of have a gag worked in here where the Yahtzee commanding officer, the SS guy here, he has an eye patch. And Nick Fury, they do a Star Wars move where they beat everyone up, they tie up the guys, they take their costumes, they do their fake march, acting like they captured Captain America and Bucky, and Nick Fury wears the eye patch to disguise himself as the commanding officer, and they have a gag where he's like, the eye patch is ridiculous. And then they run into these like French revolutionaries, and it's just like straight out of just like ideas where there's an opportunity to put all of these like new characters into the Marvel universe, and they do it, and it just works. And one of them betrays them, and Captain America kind of falls in love with the gypsy girl, and in a way he has like his first kiss like with that gypsy girl, because Tim Sale adds another layer. Tim Sale doesn't just add the layer that he doesn't kiss a girl when he's in the modern age. He also doesn't kiss a girl because he gets the super soldier serum, but he's still a young dude. Like he's still inexperienced. It's such an interesting angle, and we get like Baron von Zucker, but like look at the architecture illustrations. I slept on this. I thought this was a lower read with lower artwork. And, you know, we do get some of the wonky proportions, but it works because it's consistent throughout the book. You know, like, look at, like, the walls here with all the picture frames. I love that couch. Guys, this is a part of my month-long Captain America study, Captain America deep dive. I just wanted to show it off. We're going to get deeper into exactly what happens here, and I will get Hulk Gray, Spider-Man Blue, and Daredevil Yellow. Mark my words. I would like to do a giant video where I go through all of those with you. So we're not done, and we do have Tim Sale coming up for Wildstorm Wednesday. So just be on the lookout. We got more Tim Sale coming up on this channel, and the whole this is a symbolic gesture where they basically go to the Arlington Cemetery, and you know they get these two statues of Bucky and Captain America, and in front of Nick Fury, Cap shatters his statue because he's not dead, right? And he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "You can bill me." He's like, and then there you go. This AKAPAD, this was very impressive to me. We will do like a page by page, panel by panel. But I just feel if I can get you guys thinking about this, it's cheap on Amazon, it's cheap on eBay. You know, maybe we can all just kind of, you know, you guys can read it on your own and wait for me to drop something a little bit more detailed. But Tim Sale is just like so good with all the objects in this. Like, that's a great cheap. And he does the trick where, you know, never draw to the horizon, right? Never draw all the way down. You gotta leave it open. Rock and roll, guys.